Mr. E and belaC, last hit situation.
For sure,
So you can't, I mean, you got to be feeling good, though. They beat both these teams, so they can be feeling too bad either way.
I mean, either way, they're probably thinking it's going to be tough, but just, you know, not only, you got to understand, too, when they faced Mars and Pug, it wasn't 3 out of 5 yet. So that could play a role in, you know, the set being longer, the adjustments being made. So I think I think me personally, I mean, I like. We
got game 1. We got to switch the camera.
Yeah, I like.
Alt 1. Nice, good stuff.
I like I like Mr. E and belaC. I think they're good players and stuff. This is looking like a button check right here. But me personally,
I hope so.
I do not want to face Mars and Pug ever. Like, I don't care when it is, you know?
I know, man. Well, because not only, like, well, I think if I'm Raptor and them, like, you kind of got to go with, like you and I don't want to play Mars and Pug because they have downloads and reads on us. So that's scary on a whole nother level. But it looks like Raptor and Ribs, like, they might be feeling good about it, you know what I mean?
But also, you got to think about the synergy. belaC and Mr. E, you know, they're not brothers. They don't live in the same state. They don't live in the same house. So, obviously, they're not going to have as much synergy as Mars and Pug. So, I think that plays a huge role when you go into doubles. You know, belaC and Mr. E are kind of just winging it, and Mars and Pug are used to this consistent, you know, this consistent level of play.
Yeah, that is true. And I mean, like we were saying, if you want to just talk about a synergy type level, definitely Mars and Pug take it.
Yeah.
At least from what I've seen. And that's not to say that Mr. E and belaC don't have synergy. It's just the Mars and Pug synergy level is just it's so high, man.
But for instance, like that 2v1 versus Mr. E and belaC, if that's Mars and Pug, like, you get grabbed and you're dead. Like, it's no messing around, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like in that situation, when they've labbed footstool combos, where they've labbed the Team Yahtzee combos, it's like you're at much of a deficit when you get into a 2v1 situation and guys are trying to wing it, and then the guys have actually practiced what they're going to do against you. As we go into game 1 at FD,
I gotta wonder how they got to the stage, because I think this is just such a good stage for Sheik, and like I don't really think.
I think Mars and Pug lost the. I think Mars and Pug, lost, and they went. They banned Smashville.
Really?
I mean not Smashville, Battlefield.
I guess really, because I think Smashville's so good for Sheik too, but I don't know. I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. I think belaC and Mr. E banned Battlefield, and then Mars and Pug don't want to go to Smashville with Sheik, so they're like, all right, we'll just take it to FD.
I guess so, yeah. Makes sense to me, but, you know, red team gets out to an early stock lead, taking Pug's first stock.
Quickly. And this is a situation where, like, even as Mars and Pug, you don't want to be losing stock super early with a Sheik out there who can kind of live to, you know, to really high percents.
It smells like pools. Pools just got printed, guys, for singles. Very, very excited.
Blue team on the edge right now, fighting their way back to neutral.
This is a very crucial moment in the game, actually, because you got 3 players at rage, which could just make all the difference. The longer you hold on your rage stocks, the better. So with all 3, with 3 players, 2 on the red, 1 on the blue, and rage. Oh man, Pug's getting there too.
Yep, gonna take it. Pug's got to put a little bit of pressure. Good back air. That's gonna take it. No, not yet.
Not quite. Almost. Good DI by Mr. E. Living that last set.
Still living there. Yep.
Yeah, that was a tough situation. It looks like Mars wasn't sure which way to go, like which opponent to go after. Either that or he was trying to deke out Mr. E.
Good read.
Following up.
Mr. E just living forever. Misses that second hit of the 5th. Ooh.
And I think if you're Yahtzee boys, you gotta think like, all right, I want Mars on Mr. E because he's got the experience fighting against Pug all the time. He knows all the Mars tricks. He knows all that stuff. So.
And that seems like what they're trying to do. You know, trying to just have Pug wall out Sheik and then have Mars face Mr. E, considering he has so much matchup knowledge,
experience. And the other thing, we're in for a long set right here too. I don't think we're going to see a 30 and a handshake. I'd be very surprised. Either of these teams 30 handshake each other, man.
Up throw, not going to kill yet. So blue team at high percents, but you know anything can happen. Up tilt, not going to kill yet.
And, you know, it's also really interesting to see two Marths. in top 3.
Right?
That's crazy, man. Who would ever thought it?
Who plays Mars, man?
I know. So a dangerous position for the blue team. Mars is really going to have to hold on to the stock, but belaC knew that.
Quickly, yep.
belaC knew that, and belaC, he put pressure on him, and he got the good gimp with Sheik, so good stuff right there. Red team definitely.
Not over, man. Like I said, that 2v1 could come into play depending on who gets these last stocks off quicker. Good down air.
Not quite enough, yeah. Looks like good stuff by Pug right there. Right as I was going to say, looks like the blue team's having a hard time stealing off stocks. They get the first kill and then follow up with a combo. Nice stuff to tie the game up in stocks.
And this is where it gets dangerous. Like we always say, you do not want to open the door for Team Yahtzee. Nice.
Yeah, scary position. I say it a lot on stream, but Mars in a lot of rage, or Marth in a lot of rage, is just such a scary character, man.
Mars doing such a great job of baiting. Look at how they just switched right there. It was like they just knew to switch opponents right there. But Mars doing a great job of baiting air dodges from Mr. E on his landing. Back air.
So smooth, dude. You know he's gotten that gimp on Pug 1,000 times.
This is a situation, what I'm talking about, is where a grab is so detrimental, man.
Good DI by belaC. He gets right out of that footstool. Good stuff. This is going to be tough for Sheik, too, man, because Sheik's got to land not 1, but 2 of her killing moves. This is going to be tough.
And not to mention, it's already hard enough for Sheiks to kill. And I think it makes it even harder when it's 1v1, because there's no more like 50, when it's 2v1.
Yeah.
Because there's no like 50-50s and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's going to take it.
Good stuff, guys.
Another combo coming from Team Yahtzee. They started off a little slow, man. It seems like that's kind of like been their forte these last few sets.
Yeah, that's true.
But they brought it back, and they're going to take game 1 from Mr. E and belaC.
Yeah, there's a couple big factors, and the reason why they're able to come back like this is, A, I think their follow-ups are just so good. Like, they always, if one of them lands a grab, even if the other one's on the side of the stage, they're looking to follow up every time. And that extra percentage in a situation where you're trying to run a marathon of a match instead of trying to sprint to the end helps so much. You know what I mean? You can't underestimate the value of 30-40% here or there throughout a match just from a basic follow-up. That's good stuff. And they also know how to steal stocks right off a grab. That's a thing a lot of double teams have a hard time doing. And
I think that's something that, not with all double teams, but most teams, you got to kind of practice it. Like, there was times where you were getting grabs, and I probably should have took stocks, but I just wasn't aware of it as much as, if you practice so often, and practicing is something that they do together so consistently, so when they do get a grab, they follow up really well.
Yeah, and you can see how much of a benefit that is, having those good follow-ups and those almost guaranteed kills when you get a grab. It's awesome. So they're going to go to Battlefield, which I know is one of Pug's favorite stages. I know it's one of Mars' favorite stages. So it's an interesting counter pick. I wonder if belaC was like, you know what, I like this stage enough too. Mr. E's saying, I play Marth. He's so good on the stage, so I'll take it anyway.
Yeah, I think that's really what it just comes down to. And is that going to take the first stock? No, not yet.
Not quite. Yeah, good DI.
I think that's what it comes down to. I think they just feel more comfortable on this stage. Even though they know that both these brothers like this stage a lot, they still feel comfortable playing on it. So sometimes it's about what you feel comfortable doing, and not so much as to try and counterpick the team that you're playing against. Up B to up B.
Yep.
Both balls out of both of them. And there it goes.
First stock.
He's going to take that one too.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there with the follow-ups, man. I mean, he probably would have got the kill anyway, but that was awesome. He didn't even give belaC a chance to DI out of it, so that's what I'm talking about. Stealing stocks, good stuff to Yahtzee boys, and now they're looking to tack on that extra credit.
And this is where they're so deadly, man, because I feel like they know how to hold on to stocks so well when they have a lead, when they don't have to play as aggressive as they normally would, and they just kind of get to a situation where they're building up so much percentage on you, and next thing you know, they still have 3 stocks, and you have 1, or you have 2, and you're at high percent. Covering each other so well. Up air, back air. And that's going to take your second stock. And just like I said, they still have 3 stocks here. Is he going to live that? Yes, he is.
Man, and that's one of the biggest disadvantages of the Sheiks and doubles, man. If she doesn't have rage, it's tough to get a kill. Unless you can gimp, and against Mars and Pugwest, it's going to be very hard to get a gimp.
For sure. Too many options, man, and they're so used to, their game plays at a level where they're not going to get gimped too often. Got them sandwiched right now.
Did you see those follow-ups?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay. 4 smashes. I'm going to take everybody out of here.
I think they'll take that trade, though, especially given how this match has been going. Take a little extra percent, maybe give up their first stocks. Yeah, that's the first 2 Yahtzee stocks that have been taken this game. So
I mean not Mars, Mr. E's Mars at such a high percent right now. Fully charged that. I feel like he could have saved him with that.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. It almost looked like it was going to save him. But you gotta. Here's what I really liked about that. It was basically like a basketball, like a pick and roll situation. Like, okay, I broke the shield. I'm gonna set a pick on the other guy. You get the free hit on this guy, and that's gonna be good.
Exactly.
And that's how they close out the stock. And not only did they close out the stock on one of them, they closed out two, and now they're in the 2v1. Very dangerous position.
Good mash. You got to mash out of that. They're gonna try and get that follow up a little faster now. But oh my goodness, power shields it. Nice. And that's one thing that I find to be a tad bit risky.
I like that
against when they do that Yahtzee combo, because there are times where that shield breaker does not connect in the way they want. And I mean, right now that pretty good in a pretty good situation where I think he saved him right there.
Mars just broke his own.
Oh my god! Spike. So 2-0, Team Yahtzee and just taking control right now. Maybe they just got a little rhythm since they played a few games in a row.
For sure,
they're just like building up that momentum to make it to grands. And this might end up being a 30.
I know. I said I doubted at first, but hey, and after the first game was really close. And Mars and Pug, both players, both in singles and in doubles, do a great job of, even if the first game's close, learning a lot from the first game and then applying that knowledge to the next game. And I'm not saying Mr. E and belaC don't do that. It looks like Mars and Pug are just a little quicker to the punch in figuring out exactly how to make adjustments in the second game. Let's see. Maybe Red Team could do something in the third game. I know belaC has more than a Sheik. I think and Olimar, they're looking at counterpick stages. There's a lot going on.
I don't think he's going to go Olimar or even Luigi, who used to play. I think he's going to stick with Sheik, man. Right now, I feel like that's his best character, especially against these guys. Yeah. He starts going to Olimar, even Luigi. I think it's just will get turn get kind of ugly, man.
I like the color coordination here between both teams too. Got to give it some black versus white. Classic yin yang on the screen.
Right. And I feel like this is coming down to, in a way, it's coming down to what team has more experience. Like, I feel like they just have so much experience. Kool-Aid, man, you're in chat, but you ain't here, man. What's going on?
What's up, Kool-Aid?
But yeah.
Sage, I kind of disagree, but if that's what you see, that's what you see. Okay, Dreamland. And again, it just comes back to like, how do you come up with these counter picks? Because it's so hard to counter pick a good Marth and a good Zero Suit for a stage that would work better for Sheik in them. I feel like their bans might have been not FD, but I don't know, Smash Bros. Probably.
I mean, at this point, you're basically just trying to counter pick Zero Suit because you have a Marth on your team and they have a Marth on their team. So any stage you go to, that's pretty much a wash. They're the same character.
Yeah.
So you're trying to counter pick Zero Suit. I'm not sure this is the best stage to counter pick Zero Suit, but
yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think you got to focus on just winning the match. I don't think the stage is going to matter too much.
Nah. And here's like a good thought on that. We were talking about how good. Oh, there you go. Hey, there you go. You see it working out right there.
Good shape.
And what was I going to say? So you were talking about how good the blue team is at securing kills off of combos and follow-ups and stuff like that. Maybe they're like, hey, if the stage is smaller, it won't matter how good their combos are. We can get kills earlier on our own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of a good thought. I don't know, dude. I could be totally wrong too.
So right now, Red Team with a good lead though. Gonna try and get this stock off of Mars as soon as possible. I think that will help them out a lot in their chances to win this match. But we'll see what happens. Back air, and he's going to take it.
That was very similar to the first game where the red team drew first blood on Yahtzee, but Yahtzee made some good adjustments and came back. So we're going to see how this works again.
Mr. E.
Mr. E's going
good
crazy.
Tech there. That's a good tech, man. If you don't tech that, see you later.
Nice.
Oh,
barely still outside. Nice back air. Challenges the bouncing fish.
Close to even, of course, with percent lead, 91. But at the same time, Pug's usually good about holding on to stocks for a long time. So we'll see what happens. But that's not gonna be a situation in which he is holding on to his stock for a long time.
Never feels good to get hit with your own favorite move.
I know.
Never feels good, dude. Anytime a Mario dunks me or caves me, I feel horrible about myself. So not that Pug should feel bad about himself. He's up 2-0, but
yeah, it's just a salty moment.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I love that move. How did I see that coming? Mario's up smash, same thing. But back to the match. Pug on his last stock, actually, and like you were saying, Pug normally super good at holding on to all his stocks for a really long time. And it looks like he's kind of having a hard time this set, though. Yeah. But he's playing against, a Sheik who can rack up the damage and a Marth who can, just finish you off super quick. So
But of course, as we know, as we've seen in the past, this could turn around really quickly with a nice kill there, and then maybe a grab combo. No, they don't get it.
Yeah.
Good stuff by belaC, not, succumbing to the grab, not getting caught, because if he did, probably would have been a wrap for his stock.
Good up smash.
Okay, nice. So gonna get that stock off of belaC.
And just like that.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the red team is still in the lead, considering, even though they have more stocks, because that could happen. And then if another stock gets taken, if you look at the percents, then it's going to be a 2v1.
Right.
But at the same time, man, this Team Yahtzee is no rookie.
Oh, good follow by belaC right there. Almost steals a stock on Pugwest.
And they're not brand new to comebacks either.
Right. And again, we're seeing the isolation going. It looks like, good follow by Mr. E right there. Mr. E did a great job this match, actually, taking stocks and all that.
Yep, sure. Both members of the blue team at high percents. You got the Marth battle going on as belaC is trying to get this Sheik out of here, or at least put him at higher percents himself.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem with, you're fighting. Oh, nice up B.
Oh, I feel like he could have punched way harder than that.
What, you're saying the forward air?
Yeah. And that's going to put them in a tough situation again. Not unsurmountable, though. And that's going to be a wrap.
That's good.
Oh, he's living.
Good pullback by West.
Up air. Goes for the air dodge read.
Fishing a little bit, but yeah, you get, yeah.
Living.
Ooh,
okay, very nice.
I wonder if belaC knew he would survive that, but going for the grab. The grab's super dangerous, yeah.
Oh, he falls out of it. Very nice.
Stuff.
All right, belaC, let's go, man. Oh, it's going to be a wrap now.
Classic.
And that's another 30. And a
handshake. Dude, I said it wasn't going to be a 30 handshake. I'm super wrong. But hey, those were good games. They were all close. And, Mr. E, excited to see what he does in singles. Same with belaC. Both very, very good players.